Hey, why don't you just take a little nibble of that and see if I can taste it too?
Agent Cruller, do you have any advice on the current situation?
Stay on your bubble, Raz. Keep trying to get higher, and if you see any of those big rings, keep 'em spinning.
Nothing more to report at this time.
Cruller out.
Look who made the scene.
Agent Vodello? Where are you?
On TV, of course. Where I was always meant to be. I mean, look at my hair, darling. How can hair this fabulous not be on TV? Now, darling, the best way to learn levitation is to just try it. I'm going to give you a levitation learner's permit. It will only work while you're in my mind. After you finish my course, I'll give you the real thing, baby. First, you gotta show me you know how to use it.
Alright, we now have a levitation ball. It's basically a thought bubble that you sit on.
Follow me, darling.
It's pretty neat.
There
it actually
you
lets
go.
you move a lot faster than you would just running, and obviously your height is significantly better than what you just get out of a double jump. It's basically twice as far, I guess. I see you.
Now for this last one, you're really gonna have to fly.
Once you get up in the air, try using your thoughts as a balloon to float. Just jump for those rings as high as you can and then do your side float. Don't be afraid, darling.
And the side float that Milla is telling us to do is basically a glide. Oh, gotta get that. And this is basically the most useful side power in the game, gotta be honest.
Outstanding! Okay, now, just between you and me, this end of the party is dead. Come find me on the other side of the party, and I'll give you that merit badge for real. Never keep a girl waiting long, young man.
Right, so the whole point of levitation is basically just completely amping up your mobility. It is the biggest boon to the actual platforming that you're going to get. Gives you a lot more control, I guess. Let me prove that by immediately missing the jump.
Stay on the ball in here, Rasputin, if you want to get higher. And see if you can get all those rings spinning, Mr. DJ.
So you can already see that Milla's dance party is basically predicated on just being ridiculously colorful. All sorts of lights, all sorts of shapes. This makes Figment Collection extremely difficult. This is probably the single worst place in the game for trying to collect figments. This, particularly one of the sections that we'll be seeing later. But while we're here, Milla's got these big spinny ring things that she likes you to go through and get them spinning again.
Woohoo! You are the sugar in my bowl, darling. Now just follow the flowers, won't you? And try to stay rolling at all times. That is the theme of this party.
And they'll be coming up again and again later on. They basically trigger platforms or, well, the big gorilla bouncer thing letting us in. A neat little thing with the levitation ball that the game doesn't explicitly tell you is that if you hit either X or just the levitation button again while you're gliding, you'll automatically pull it underneath you and just be able to keep on levitating instead of having to hit the ground running regularly. There's no fun in that. I'm doing laps around this little area to try and make sure that I have all of the figments. I am always unconvinced that I do because, I mean, look at this place. It's, they blend in really, really easily. I'm not really trying for all figments on the first run here, though. It's not feasible.
Fantastic! What style you have, young man! Now, I'm not saying that you will fall, but if you ever did, I'll put a ball return down here for you. Just jump in there if you need to come back up here in a hurry.
Darling, float over here, will you? These rings aren't spinning and they are ruining my party.
Remember to use
I think
your
your sobbing
siphon.
luggage is
I'm not
ruining
saying
your
it
party.
won't ever let you down, but it will let you down nice and slow.
Now, what we have over here is a bunch of the kids, actually. And a neat little layered figment. There's two things over there. Make you look like there's a... Oh, yay! Makes it look like there's a lady having fun on a couch. It's kind
Hey,
of
can
cool.
you teach me how to dance?
Come on, dance, baby!
Well, that doesn't help.
Hey, wanna dance?
No thanks, Raz. Ugh. Wow, I thought I was the worst dancer here, but you're really bad.
Hey, wanna dance?
Yay, I already am! Come join us!
Nope, not gonna blow my high, man.
dance
I'm in my
hard,
groove place.
Hey, wanna dance?
Thanks, but no thanks, Raz.
Ugh!
Hey, I need room to groove.
Ow! Oh no, you didn't just try to touch me while I'm dancing.
Hey, wanna dance?
Hey, sure! We're all dancing! Yo! Hey! Hey! This isn't slam dancing!
I love how they all just keep rocking out even after you, well, knock her down a lot. Clem, you're gonna moonwalk right off the platform. Awesome. So those are fun little things. Again, we have our spinning rings, obstacle challenge puzzle thing.
Thank you, sweetie. I feel so much better now. Come on, let's take it a little higher now.
Of course, the entire level is just dedicated to teaching you all the intricacies of levitation and being able to
Ooh,
easily
look at
switch
the
in and out of
crowd.
gliding, so...
See that
all
draft up
makes
above,
sense.
darling? Jump into it and float and see where it takes you.
Alright. And of course we have air currents. If we are gliding on an air current, it will take us in whatever direction the current is going. We also have this awesome guitar ladder. Take us up to Pinball Land here. Now, while I say it's not entirely feasible to get all of the figments, I am still going to try and get the majority of them, at least in this particular section. The later sections are a little less, forgiving, I guess. You'll see what I mean. Gotta make the luggage happy. As you can see down there, Milla actually did spawn a couple of sensors, and kind of strangely, because she's an instructor, I don't know why she's trying to censor the students, but whatever. This is the ideal time to show off that last Psyblast upgrade that we got, which allows our attacks to ricochet off of the enemies in the immediate area. You can see that one shot took out all 3 sensors at once. Pretty nice. I'm doing one last look for any extraneous figments, and then away we go! Away we... That was actually pretty cool. Almost like I planned it. Which I did. Totally did. One thing I didn't notice until I was doing this is that Raz apparently casts no shadow on that particular platform, which makes it a little bit hard to aim. I don't know if this is just because of my graphics options or my crappy graphics card, but that was a fun jump. Speaking of fun jumps, this little area has a platform, but the platform is not presently moving. It should be obvious to any hatbox that, well, there are some rings right to our left over there. And there's a cobweb right to my right. So the objective is, as always, get the rings spinning. And thank you, Mr. Cruller, for giving us that advice. Now, these particular rings, have a little bit of a glitch in them. You can see that, well, I did the entire circuit, but a couple of them are just not spinning for some reason. And they do eventually just stop spinning because of timing, I guess. And I'm not really sure why this is. I don't recall it happening when I originally played the PS2 version, but I did see it at the PSN, and, well, obviously right now. So I don't know if I just never exceeded the speed you're supposed to go, or if the game just doesn't like me anymore. Either way, it'll let you know once this platform is actually moving, so you just need to grind on a rail for a bit until that happens. Come on. There we go. And here are the rest of the students. Some more dancers. And some figments that look like drum sets.
Will you teach me how to dance?
Come on, dance, baby! Whoa!
That's
oh no!
really
you
not
didn't
helpful.
Just try to touch me while I'm dancing.
Hey, will you teach me how to dance?
Watch and learn, kid.
That's a little more helpful.
Not gonna blow my high, man. I'm in my groove place.
Hey, wanna dance?
Yes, teach me of your Earth rhythms. Oh, that's not how we dance on my planet, Earthling.
Oh, Chloe's got some moves too.
Hey, wanna dance?
Why don't you go ask Ilka? She loves to dance. Ugh, go stampede someone else.
Hey, wanna dance?
You better back off, or my boyfriend James will go nuts. He's so jealous and protective of me.
Yo!
Yeah.
Why are boys such pests?
Well, I would like to dance too, but I just don't feel like my levitation ball is the right mood for this crowd. Cruller.
Delicious.
Can I change the color of my levitation ball?
Like, say, to what?
We seem to be surrounded by cool colors. Let's go with a nice blue. Yes.
Okay.
Hope that makes you feel pretty.
Nothing more to report at this time.
Crawler out.
I do feel pretty. Thank you. Thank you for it. But everybody else is dancing on levitation balls. I want to do something a little bit different. And this is one of the benefits of Milla's dance party here. If you wait long enough, idle animations will kick in, and this'll happen. Right, moving on. Can't rock out forever. Interestingly, I'm not sure if he actually has a levitation ball dance. I believe that I've waited before and not seen anything, so that's kind of disappointing. This will be fun. Come on. I think that's a good time to cut it off. Now, we don't actually have any spinning rings to get on this particular area, which completely threw me off. Instead, there's just... Is that a figment? There's just this thing to climb. It reveals that we are in fact inside a giant lava lamp. And it takes us up to this little hazard pool. Filled with all sorts of fun and delightful, things.
When you are levitating, you are also protected from all sorts of icky things. But some things, like those spikes, those are always bad news, whether you are levitating or not. So watch out!
So let's see, we have an acid pool, electricity, fire, and of course water.
That shouldn't be happening. Darling, do you have some problems with water? Do you want to talk about it?
It's a long story. Maybe later.
Okay, I'm always here for you, darling. Let me just say that it's very normal for boys your age.
I don't think it is, Mia. Interesting thing about this particular little batch of water is that it won't kill you. You can just jump on it all day long. It'll never actually hurt you. It will throw off your groove, though. And, so will falling. Eventually we got up to the top of that thing. Just had the worst time getting on that platform, and I don't know why. I think it's because I thought this, this particular little hazard here was actually circular, and I jumped in anticipation of that, and then threw myself off the edge, and I fell down like 3 times. You didn't need to see it. Now, I'm sure that you hear something crying up there, and if you don't, listen better. Because here we have a purse. Well-hidden little thing. And we can float right down back here. Now, I know that I've said that, collecting... Oh, yeah. Let me kill something first. Nice. Anyway, I know I've said that collecting all of the figments in Mia's stage the first time you visited isn't really feasible, but we're missing a good chunk of them, and as it turns out, they are hidden, mostly at one spot. Right down, not quite, right down there, a little place that's kind of hard to see, even if you're looking for it, and if you don't know what's there, you'll probably pass right over it every time. And this little isolated area happens to contain...
Now why would you want to come in here? Come on, this room's no fun. Let's leave, baby. Now you definitely don't want to go in there. That's a party killer right there.
Help us, Milla. Help us, Milla. Why did you let us help us, Milla. Save us. Why did you let us help us, Milla. It's haunted. You're all alone. Milla, where are you? You're all alone.
Contain most of the remainder of the figments. At this point, it's just a matter of getting back up to the top of the stage, which these ball returns make much, much easier. At this point, I actually realized that I was missing a single figment, which, really doesn't need to happen in this part of the level. I actually saw it in the video, so it'll be easy to grab again. Just really a bit of a shame, because I have to pass by it. Look at that guy swimming around. In the middle had a really interesting reflection going on. I didn't really get to see it though. Huh. Oh, it's a disco ball. Seems kind of obvious. After that little detour, we are right back on track for heading into the next level section. Allons-y! can see that our requirements are beat stupid Bobby Zilch in the levitation race. And this is where the Figment problems pretty much centralize in the entire game.
Okay, it's time to see how fast you are, darling. Ready? Get set, go, baby, go!
So what we have here, fortunately only for the first visit, is this race where you have to beat the other kids going down this slope. I mentioned specifically that it is going down this slope because when you come back here again, there's no race going on, but this area is still very much sloped. You can't see it when you're just doing this, because of the way the camera is, but if you're coming through here and trying to collect all of these figments, you're gonna have problems. The most obvious problem, of course, being that this entire race is cloaked in neon, basically, and all the figments, of course, blend right in. There are also figments along these upper paths that I'm following, there are figments along the bottom, and if you're trying to get them all the first time you're here, it's not going to happen for you. This particular run of this track requires you to not only, just navigate it properly, but also to beat Bobby Zilch. Specifically, you can see that on the little race meter that Crystal and Clem are just not even a threat. And as soon as Bobby wins, he celebrates. Which means that no matter where you're on the course, you have to start from the beginning. Zilch.
Ah, yeah!
Zilch!
Oh, darling, you looked good, but sometimes speed is important. Why don't you try the race again? Okay, it's time to see how fast you... Ready? Get set, go, baby, go!
So, for this particular run, I've decided that trying to get figments is just a terrible, awful, horrible idea when you actually have the race active, and really it's just best to get this done so you don't need to deal with it ever again. Not the race itself is particularly bad. You do need to at least be competent. You can't really run into things, or at least not run into things too much. I mean, it's not hard, it's just, well, if you're still getting used to the levitation ball, and the controls are looser than if you're just, running, it can be a little bit... You know what, you make up a word, I'll agree with it. Now, fortunately, you don't have to follow this path exactly, which is good because it does get a bit crowded. There's this neat little tunnel over here. And this tunnel is also filled with figments and sensors, so you're really gonna have to come down here eventually. I mean, the sensors can kind of mess you up, but usually you're going so fast that you're automatically up on the walls anyway and just kind of saying hi! And then you get this neat little boost straight into the finish line.
You did it! You're quick like greasy lightning! I'm so proud of you, darling! You're so fast you'll be at my party in no time, eh?
Meanwhile, Bobby Zilch just kind of rams into the wall in the background.
Okay, if you want to get up to where the action is, you're going to have to do a lot of floating in this room, baby. Good thing you're so light on your feet.
Man, I just keep forgetting how awful this level is for figment collection. And not only did we have that last one, which, well, like I said, racing, and you can't do it all at once, and it's almost impossible just on your first visit here. This one is not as bad, obviously. You're not being forced to move forward constantly, and this room is a little bit darker, so the figments are easier to see. Unfortunately, a whole bunch of them are floating up and down, constantly. Basically from floor to ceiling. Through floor and ceiling, as a matter of fact. So, this can be a bit frustrating. Again, just because of the complications with the race, I didn't really bother trying too hard here. Because I know I'm gonna have to come back anyway.
If you float in some areas, you might get a little more oomph than usual.
And as mentioned, the wind current also works vertically. Get these little things that send you going up. It doesn't happen too often, but it's fun. It's always fun to fly. And here's our punchy switch.
Now you're going to have to use your Psy-float again to get those rings spinning.
Well, I could do that, but I see something interesting on the other side of the room. So let's have a look at the rest of these little bubble filters. Get ourselves something shiny. Woman! Woman Figment, why? I see you. I see you. Yes, that is an ammo up. Similar to the astral projection increase that we saw in the last level, ammo increase will, well, increase one of your stats, specifically give you a little more ammunition. They come in increments of 5, and I believe you can get up to a maximum of 50. 50 ammo total, not 50 additional things. That door is locked. And that purse is feeling better. Now, the door's locked, of course, because we didn't go through the rings. And you can go through these either way. You can either float up through them or just drop down. Let's be fancy and do both. Let's also try and collect a couple of the, actually easy to collect stationary figments around here. And lady! Yeah, they also kind of dance around, which is, not real helpful. I know there are a few I'm missing, and I'm going to see even more, when we come back in a couple of minutes. But for now, we're doing okay, figment-wise. I don't think I missed enough to, make a difference as far as psi powers are concerned, getting that, up to level 50 instead of level 40-something. I don't think. I can see Milla dancing in the center there, surrounded by her, mirrors? Mental projections of... I don't know. And we could have just run straight towards Milla, but there are things to be gotten all along the sides here. Like expensive shoes, apparently. Plenty of dancers and plenty of things to collect, especially of note. Being nothing that I'm actually going towards right now, so I'll get back to you in a second. There are also plenty of moving figments in this room as well. I'm pretty sure that I wind up passing by a couple of them too. But
Got it!
all in due time. I also wound up missing out on a piece of cobweb, which, shouldn't really be happening. I'm pretty sure that it's in the previous room. I mean, there's only, 2 rooms to check, and it certainly wasn't in that one. But a little cursory overview, I can't find it. I'm pretty sure it's in one of the corners of the big spiral, and I just happened to pass by it earlier, but I think I saw it, actually. Which is unfortunate, but again, this level is destined not to be completed immediately, so there's, not much harm just, waiting a little bit. Yeah. Okay, now that thing that I wanted to note about 60 seconds ago. There is one more figment in this room, not the flying one that I just blithely ignored, and it's a little bit tricky to get up to, because you have to rely on this thing to be able to reach these things. And there's only one figment up here. There's just one. And it's not in this direction. It's that lady over on the other side there, and, that's the only figment up here. And I'm gonna be honest, I think it was actually the last one that I collected on, one of my test runs this stage. Because I know what to expect from the race, and I know what to expect in the other room. I just did not remember that lady up here. Let's talk to Milla.
Who's that I see? It's Rasputin, the rolling rock star, in the flesh! And just in time, the party was dying without you, darling. Here, I have a little party favor for you. So cute. Don't be a stranger, darling.
Thank you, Agent Vodello. Now it's back to the lab to save Dogen.
Dogen's not in the lab, sweetie. He's watching TV in the lodge with the other children.
I meant the dream Dogen from my brain tumbler vision. If I can find out what's happening to him, maybe that would give me a clue about who stole real Dogen's brain.
Oh, I'm afraid he's just like that.